evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as every Tuesday, Steve the Voice White. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
Good day,
And my fellow Rochesterian joining us for the first time in the co-hosting seat, we have Zach's Collections. Zach, how you doing?
Hello, universe. How are you tonight?
Great to have you. And yes, we're going to make him eat 30-year-old gum on the show. No, just kidding.
I'm going to say there's probably some over there, but
Right.
Just let it sit in your mouth for a minute. Let it soften a little.
And of course, joining us for the first time this evening, we have Random Rips. Kevin, how you doing tonight, sir? Thank you for coming on the show.
Good, and I'm glad to be here. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Oh, good. Well, I'm happy we could accommodate you. Now, before we get going, you've probably seen enough shows. You know, at the beginning, I'd like the guests to give a couple minutes of who they are, what their channel's about, so people know who they're watching and where to find you and sub you up.
Well, my name's Kevin. I go by Random Rips. My channel's Random Rips, and a couple years ago, I was bored and started getting into YouTube channels. And I got back into card collecting, and that kind of led to discovering this card community that is just the greatest thing ever. I mean, the card and comic community that I discovered here on YouTube, all you guys, man, you don't know how much good you brought to my life. I've been through some hard times, especially recently. I recently lost my mother, and you guys have helped me a lot. I can't thank you enough for all these opportunities just to be a part of something and share my loves and likes and learn about you guys and everything you love and like.
That's awesome.
And that's why I'm here, to share stuff and open cards and find cool comics. I'm kind of drifting a little more into comics lately. I don't know why. Just comics are cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're all cool, right? Zach recently got me on one of his videos. He had these anime Marvel cards. I don't even know these things exist. I don't know how you find out about these things. And the cards he's opening are beautiful. And then he does his magic card openings. And even though I'm a nerd that's never played Dungeons and Dragons or Magic or any of that, but it doesn't mean the art in those cards isn't gorgeous, right?
It is.
And some of those things are just stunners. But I agree with you what you said with the community. Like, I came on in 2019 with the COVID thing. And then when I come on YouTube, it's as a hobby and as my mental escape from everyday life.
Exactly.
Like this is my zen when I come on here. I come on, I'm hanging out with good friends. You know, Steve and I didn't know each other 2 years ago. Now Steve's one of my favorite people. Don't tell Steve I said that, though. And then, you know, of course, Zach and I have artfully been dodging each other, but we still got to get together one day for breakfast and bullshitting. But
one of the best guys that I've gotten to know in the past couple of years is in the chat right now. Will Voggs, welcome, man. Good to see you.
Let's go say hi to the chat, and we'll come back and start out with what you got. So first in tonight, we have DM Hockey, who subbed up the channel. Thank you so much,
Danny. How you doing, man?
Already love the name. I'm a big hockey guy, as you can see by the jersey. We have the best blue wrench in the business, Miss Tina Carenson.
Neurogenus.
Absolutely famous supporter. Thank you so much, Tina.
She's legendary now. Legendary.
Of course. And we also have Mr. Chuck Hensey. Great to see you, Chuck. Hope the new school year is going well. Chuck's a teacher, so he's got his love-hate relationship with children of all ages.
But he loves what he does.
Right. And we got good conversations going on. We have Mr. DVH, Dr. Von Hoots from across the pond.
How's it going?
One of the best channels out there. Just a great, entertaining guy, and someone that if you don't get along with him, then you're not a people person.
No, no.
There's something inherently evil in you if you can't get along with DVH.
Guaranteed.
All right, we have Will. Good evening, Will. Nice to see you, sir. Great for stopping in. We have John Burgess, the autograph fisherman. John, great to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming in.
That's a great handle.
John's another great supporter in the communities. John supports in all communities. He is just a great dude.
Like Zach, he's a big TTM guy.
Yeah, Zach's all over the place too, for sure. Jerry the Jitterbug, one of my all-time favorite people.
Jerry.
I was just texting Jerry earlier. He said, "Who is this? Leave me alone. I'm filing a cease and desist on you."
These lawyers, I tell you.
Right? CJ Comic Journey. Good evening, sir.
DJ,
I'm sorry.
CJ.
hands in the business.
I don't do magic tricks. My wizardry is in something else.
CJ, you need to DM me because I might want you on Friday night. So get a hold of me, CJ. And so CJ, one of the most misunderstood people in the community. CJ is top tier people. No one can
yeah.
convince me otherwise.
Nope.
Nick is just awesome.
Absolutely.
DJ is good man.
Yes, he is. He is one of my favorite people as well. Mr. Kenneth Berg, great to see you.
Hey, Kenneth.
Kenneth.
All right, so we are caught up for the moment. Now, as people come in, I will give them a tip of the hat, as I tend to do. And but we're not going to, I don't like to interrupt my guests. I like my guests to have the stage when it's their stage. So without further ado, we're going to hand it over to you, Kevin, and we're going to let you start wherever you feel like starting, sir.
Okay. Well, I just kind of randomly pulled stuff and then tried to put it in some kind of order. But yeah, my favorites change from day to day, but the top ones tend to stay pretty much the same. But I got the ability to swap cameras, so I can.
Oh, that's cool.
Show you.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
We'll start with.
It's very psychedelic. I should have taken some mushrooms or something before.
Oh yeah, that always helps when watching my show. It definitely will make it more entertaining.
The spiral dimension. DVH must love that.
Oh yeah. Now you mentioned game cards, and no, I've never played One Piece, but I have watched the Netflix show.
Oh,
and I kind of got into collecting and opening One Piece, and I just love this hologram of Monkey D. Luffy.
And they put it's amazing how many things they can fit on a card, and just like with styles, with like foil, and they can do so much, and it's just so contained. I love it.
George Perez would be proud of that one. That's incredible.
See if I can make this thing focus better. There we go.
There we go. That's good.
How about
Damn.
that?
Oh, now we can see the hologram part of it. Yeah.
Ooh,
The ring in the center, right?
They're just really sharp. The guys that make Magic the Gathering needs to take a look at what these Bandai is doing with Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, because Magic is kind of boring after you look at these.
Yeah, that's an amazing piece of art right there. Holy cow!
That's the thing. Magic doesn't do foil like they do.
Right.
Like, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, they know how to do foil cards.
And Magic's got the budget for it. They need to hop on that.
Right.
Yeah, they should.
They could do some great immersive worlds in foil with what they have.
And they've got some really cool cards. I've opened some of the new Duskborn, the horror cards, and they're kind of cool. They got tips of the hat, little Easter eggs to famous horror movies and stuff.
I found 19 of them. Well, not the cards, but the references.
Yeah, I know. I got a Gremlin.
Oh, really? Right on.
And it definitely was modeled after the Gremlin card.
Nice.
But yeah, I picked out my favorites, and it's like I had to include at least one of these, but that's the only game card that made my top 10.
Still though,
I sold all my Magic cards about 25 years ago after I found I was spending $100 a week on Magic cards.
Oof. Yeah, who needs to eat?
Yeah. Which I went to spending $200 a week on comic books, but at least I could read the comic books.
Ramen's cheap.
While I was hungry, I can read. Distraction.
Now, while you're showing your cards, though, since you're into comics, you want to tell us who your favorite comic book character is?
I can show you. Uncle Scrooge is the greatest superhero of all time.
Oh, nice! And have you been getting the new books with him?
That is freaking phenomenal too. I was eyeballing that in the background. So, what are those? Are those cards?
These are from China. These are the cards they released in 2023 from Kakawao Phantom. They were very desirable and very hard to get over here in the States.
That is a stunning holder too.
Yeah, got the ducks, because I'm a big Duck fan. I'm a DuckTales. Carl Barks is one of the greatest people that ever wrote comics, as far as I'm concerned.
Jeez.
So
Those are so well done, just like the comic books.
I think I spent about $150 on the cards here.
Yeah, and they're gorgeous though. Look at the presentation on them.
I know, the foil and everything. That's amazing.
The foil is gorgeous.
Jeez.
Now and again, it's amazing how in depth those cards can get. Just how the designs.
Oh yeah, and even Panini, they make some of the best looking cards, but they don't have much variety. And I really wish that they would. Well, I wish there was more competition in the card market so that we would have more variety of really good looking cards and sports cards. But with exclusive licensing, that's just not going to happen.
Right.
Yep. Someone's
so was Scrooge McDuck was the uncle the Scrooge McDucks, were they part of your 10?
Actually, not that one. Well,
yeah, that's all right. Cool. So that's just a good bonus. I like it.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
A beautiful bonus too.
But we'll go to 9, and we're going to go into the world of sports here for a moment.
Nice.
I've never been a huge basketball fan, but when Jordan came along, that changed. And when this guy came along, it changed even more. And so there's a grade 9 Shaquille O'Neal rookie.
Ooh.
Wow.
Which they're not really that rare or expensive, but it's Shaq.
Right.
It's a great photo.
One of the greatest personalities in the sport.
Yeah.
A guy that's had a great career after his regular career. Like Shaq's still in everything all the time.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, he's so much more than just a great basketball player.
And he's, what I like about Shaq too is he's one of those athletes with a huge heart.
Yes.
Like he just is always helping people around him.
Right. He's not one of the standoffish or the get in trouble types.
No, he's just so respectable. He's just such a nice dude.
Yeah. And that's the irony about that era of comics. So many great Hall of Fame rookie cards are pretty much valueless because they made so many.
Yeah. I mean, imagine what a King Griffey Jr. would be worth if it wasn't 1989
if they didn't,
when it came out.
Exactly. If it was 1983,
Yeah, that'd be $1,000 card instead of a $60 card.
Exactly.
So cards suffer the same problem as comics when they have like their periods of overproduction, huh?
Yeah, and especially with comics, it seems that the overproduction period comes when they hire the worst writers they can find.
Right.
It's like, okay, so you're selling lots and lots. Now let's put crappy writers on it that nobody wants to read.
Like Upper Deck from the 90s. A gazillion of them out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
That's pretty much any card shop. What's that?
You look at how many packs of those stuff that you've seen opened, and there's still thousands of boxes of them left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really hit me when I was opening some of the Pro Set from, I believe it was 1990, when they had the Lombardi Trophy hologram as a part of the set. There were only 10,000 of them printed.
That's it.
Wow, so limited. You know how hard it is to pull one? You can open 10 cases and never get one. They printed so many.
I think I've seen a picture of one once. I've never actually seen one in person.
We had one at the shop I worked in back then, back in the 90s. But we had bought it from somebody that had found it. We opened tons and never saw one. Although I do have a good stack of Super Pro. The other insert card.
Nice.
I don't have the comic book, though. I think Will pointed that out the other day. He wanted a Super Pro comic. I'm like, I didn't even know they made Super Pro comics.
Oh, yeah. He was like 11 issues, and he even had a special.
Yeah, I saw the special. It's like, man, I'm sure it's high quality. Right.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's you're exactly right with that. Ironically, yeah, super
Especially
high quality.
considering the era it came out in. They were just
You collect them just because they're funny, but that's about it. All right, number 3, sir.
Number 3. I pulled this one myself, and I always loved the guy. Ever since I first was watching baseball and saw him run on the stage and do a backflip, run on stage, run on the field and do a backflip.
Oh,
and he has a gorgeous autograph.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And I just love that chrome platinum card.
That autograph is great.
52.
And I like that he used blue ink. I was like,
yeah.
Some of these people, they just use black ink on everything, and it blends into the background, and you can't really tell. That pops nicely.
Yeah, it does. And it kind of matches the light blue sky background. At least in person. I don't know if the camera can show that.
That is and that's the thing. That set in particular, they really went all in, and their autographs are stellar autographs.
Yep. I was very happy when I opened that.
Probably
the most I ever freaked out. Oh my God, I got something.
But back then, they would have good autographs because they actually taught penmanship back then.
Yeah.
Cursive writing was a thing.
They don't teach penmanship now.
Although I have to say, I have been noticing in the younger generation of the minor league baseball players, the proper signature is coming back.
Yeah, I think they finally heard enough criticism because I've always said I will not buy or pay for an autograph that is initials. I'm just not going to do it.
See, relentless teasing did something.
Yeah. I know. I heard. I don't remember who it is. I wish I could remember, but one of the old timers that pulled aside one of the younger players when he saw him doing that at a show and said, "Put some pride in your autograph. Sign your name."
Mm-hmm.
And then he started doing it, and people noticed it. And then you noticed that all his teammates started actually signing their name. So, if more of them would do that, that would be nice.
Right. And it's the same with comics, right? You see a really nice signature placement and someone that takes the time to do it and make it pop. Right. It means something more.
Yeah. Instead of just scribbling somewhere on the cover randomly that I can't even see half the signature because you used a black pen on a black cover.
Right.
You got to look at the right angle. I know. I got a couple of them. And I was wishing they used like a silver or something.
Right. I got to where I usually carry a silver marker with me when I go to
cons. I got to start doing that.
Then just make sure you get it back, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap.
Have the metal cable attached to my bag with it. Yeah, use bolt cutters to get it off me.
The little
like the bank
pens.
Like the bank pens on the steel cables.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the next one gets a little different. It's not comics or sports, but like a lot of people, I love music, and they've done some great music trading cards. And the favorite of all the ones I've got, and I've got a lot, is this promotional Dwayne Allman from Polydor in 1975.
That is cool.
Wow.
I love those small cards like that. The little cigarette pack cards, I guess they call them, but they're sweet. They look so cool.
And there's a few more of these I need to pick up. They have an Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page.
So what did
probably
that
should look for the set.
How would that have come? Like like Gary said, did it come in like a matchbox or something?
I think it came in as a promotional thing inside like the 45s that they shipped to the radio stations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, that particular year, and the original cigarette cards actually came in a pack of cigarettes.
Oh yeah, the cigarette.
That's why they were. Yeah, that's why they were so small.
Something to do
those
with
ones, they quit
Polydor made these.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
I like the art on it. It's neat how they made his head so big like that.
Yeah, I don't know who the artist is, but I do like that.
Dwayne Allman.
And I live in Georgia, and I live about 15 minutes from where the Allman Brothers made their fame. And the Allman Brothers are still a big deal around here. And I'm also a Grateful Dead fan, so these are some of the other music cards. These aren't part of my
Oh, that's
team.
okay. We'll still
The
look.
Travato clause is what we call this.
Yeah.
This
If you
is
know heavy
for
metal.
A, B, and C, and D.
Yeah. Dimebag Daryl. He was shot on stage.
R.I.P.
Indicators.
Some guy just came in and shot him in the middle of the show.
That's nuts.
Yeah. He
Not an
this
awful
card's
judge.
pretty hard to get. These were European releases. Gosh. Here's Lemmy from the same set. That Daryl is actually a sticker.
Lemmy put out a comic last year too. He had a comic out.
Motorhead.
One shot.
I always liked Motorhead. Now these are very hard to get in good condition because
Oh shit! All the
the
stuff.
wrapper stuck to the cards.
Damn.
Wow.
Badly.
Yep. And
And
it's yellow
these are,
too,
I
so
think,
good luck fixing that.
Italian. I believe it.
DVH having a good laugh there over Dimebag.
Time pack.
Yeah.
So all that stuff in the back is from the wrapper, huh?
All right. I
That's
actually ordered some
crazy.
unopened packs and opened them and was like, wow, I see why they're all like that now.
Yep.
So much for quality control then, huh? On the packaging.
I think I'm not. These might have been from Brazil, or I'm not sure. I know they're from another country.
And that's what kills me about the old cards, like especially a lot of the ones that Zach opens. Like you would just pack bubble gum on top of a card and just let it deteriorate the card. Like why wouldn't you put like just a blank, like white card in between them and just preserve the cards?
Well, that would be admitting their collection. I don't think they cared really.
No, it was all about money.
Yep, still is.
And DVH says his dad was briefly a roadie for Hawkwind when Lemmy was in the band. Said he was cool.
Yep.
Wow.
It was
beer. Great.
This is from a guy, and I do have another card. The next card that counts as one of my cards is by this same artist.
Oh, nice.
And he does sketch cards, sells them on eBay.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And those are two of his music series cards. He limits them to 50, and he signs each one of them as they sell.
Wow.
Well, that's a good way to create a market for yourself. No,
and he's been doing it for about 15 years and has a pretty good market. His Beatles cards, wow. They go, once they're sold out from him, you'll pay $20 or $30 trying to fill in your set.
Jeez.
Wow.
Per card.
What's the guy's name?
His name is...
It's on the back of the card, right?
Right.
That way I can look it up on eBay.
Edward Vela. And he does a lot of cards that are not safe to show on YouTube. He does quite a few nudies, you know.
Right. Oh, look at Gilligan there.
And
so,
his
what was his last name again?
He does Vela, Vela.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna look him up.
Edward. You'll spend hours just going through his listings. And
it's
you
like
can get these for anywhere from $2 if you get a good auction ending, up to $6 or $7 for some of these that are really in demand.
Wow.
He does so many different subjects.
Go Rocky.
And I just bought some of my favorites, you know. So I have like this collection of my favorites.
Oh my God! Look at that Hulk.
Come on, Lou.
That is amazing.
That's classic Lou right there.
That looks just like a photograph of him. That's incredible.
Yeah, the guy's really good.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Brothers.
That's one of my favorites right there. I love the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, how could you not love it?
Man, that's a cult classic right there, man. I got to watch that movie at least a couple of times a year.
Val Kilmer.
Oh Lord.
Highlander.
Oh no! Oh yeah. He looked like
And
Kilmer for a second.
The Highlander.
It did for a split second.
Yeah. You look at the sword.
Christopher Lambert is one of those actors I've always liked.
Yeah, but he sucked as a Punisher.
Yeah.
Dude, the carpet ties the room together.
The dude.
Oh, there's my guy. My brother, Walter.
Walter White.
You
You
know,
know, I drove an Aztec for years, just like the one he had, and they just put out Hot Wheels Aztec, and if you look in the back under the hatch, the hat and the glasses are laying in the hatchback.
Oh, that's
oh
cool.
wow.
The little
Got a
Hot
discolored
Wheels
door
Easter
on it?
egg.
You know, though, that actor, he is so versatile. Because
Bryan
remember how
Cranston.
funny he
Bryan
was in
Cranston.
Malcolm in the Middle, just playing
Yeah.
for laughs,
Oh, I know. It's amazing what
To
he's
go
done.
from that to this,
right?
man, that's impressive. Here's another great actor.
Yeah.
right.
I think that's the shot from just before he started
You're out of
hopping
your
around and turned into a
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, exactly. And you went, oh my God, Yoda is a badass.
Yep.
Oh wow. For
Excellent.
Ian McKellen, look at that.
Yep. That's a
I mean,
classic
it
right
is.
there.
It's so,
Look at that look on his face.
That,
Yeah,
that
that's
is, yeah. That's. I mean, this guy's art is amazing.
yeah.
It's like they're still photographs.
And to throw
Oof.
Sir Ian McKellen his props, he's
Nice.
a great autograph signer. Great to his fans.
Really?
that's
I would
amazing.
love to get his autograph.
Yeah, I got him to
Man, I'd
sign a
like to see
picture
what
of
this guy could do in the Conan universe.
Oh wow!
Hell, if he kills it here, he can kill it in anything.
Right?
Yeah.
He'll take the Pepsi challenge, I'm sure. Whoa.
Oh, one of my all-time
That's
favorite
awesome.
comedians, George Carlin.
That is
Absolutely.
The
I
seven
saw him
words
at
you
the
can't say
Fox
on
Theater
TV.
up in Atlanta.
I
Right.
still listen to his comedy
that.
today. It's still on point.
Absolutely.
It is. I see his little meme things on IG all the time.
All the time because it's still relevant.
It is.
And he does sports even.
Wow.
Got my
Oh, man.
Warren Spahn,
I was gonna say.
Dale Murphy.
Yep. Baseball guy. Another baseball
Dale's
guy.
my favorite.
Do it for
along
Dale.
with the other
Shout out
Zach.
to other
that
Zach.
was- Yep. And I just
Yeah,
love
football
that shot.
guy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I mean, two of the greatest.
And and they played rough basketball, physical basketball.
Oh yeah.
The guys today get hit and they run to the sidelines to get a cheap foul. Those
Yep.
guys would get hit, and you just knew that if you're the one that hit them, you're getting hit on
You're
your
getting
neck
hit
going
back.
out. Yeah, get your guard up because they're coming for you.
But yeah, that's just a sprinkling. I probably got about 60 or 70 of his sketch cards.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna look them up for sure. That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
You name a subject, he's probably done a card for it.
Ooh, I wonder if he's done a Xena.
And now the next card on my list is, what number are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, is that so? You did the Dwayne Allman, and then
It's
was that,
lost
and then
count.
Edward Vela? That was 5. The Edward Vela cards.
Okay, yeah. So this is number 4. Actually, this goes with those. This is not number 4, but it's
Okay.
autographed, so I wanted to show it to you. This is Boris, if you've ever heard of Boris.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
they
got
have
a bunch of Boris.
Oh yeah,
cards.
I have
Oh, yeah.
his autograph on a couple phone cards.
Hidden
Actually.
Agent covers and quite a few album
Yep.
covers and stuff.
Quite a few Conan covers for Savage Soda Conan.
Yes.
He did some Dungeons and Dragons ones too.
And I always loved his artwork. He was at Dragon Con a few times when I went back in the 90s, and I was able to get that.
And him and Julie Bell. Julie Bell's
Julie
amazing
Bell.
too. And what a talented couple they are, huh?
Now, right, I was going to say, and they're married, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, they
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah, right
91.
there.
That's when the cards were made.
Yeah,
Yep.
just-
And I do
Those
have
are
the full
cards.
set. This is just the one that was signed.
That's incredible.
yeah. Boris Vallejo's amazing.
I have the Frank Frazetta set. Unfortunately, I never met Frazetta and wasn't able to get him to sign, but I do love his work too. And his granddaughter, I believe, runs the Frazetta Foundation, keeps his name alive, keeps his artwork out there and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Frazetta girls. Yep, Sarah
Frazetta
Frazetta.
girls. Yep.
Yeah, Sarah Frazetta's doing all that stuff, and
Okay.
her and her mom.
Yeah, that was number 5. Okay. And this is number 4. Back to the sports. In 1996, the Olympics were held in Atlanta. And I was watching, I always loved watching the women's gymnastics. If you remember '96, they got down to the wire on the women's team gymnastics, and this girl, Carrie Strug, pulled off a beautiful vault to beat to win the gold while her foot was sprained from the previous week.
Wow.
I've seen two amazing sporting events. Both of them were the Olympics. And it's hard to say that this, because I was young when I saw Miracle on Ice, but I did see that, and I understood how important, what a big deal that was when the USA beat the Russians to win hockey.
Right.
And this right here, I mean, the emotions when she planted that vault and then fell over in pain from the ankle, just incredible.
And she has a good little autograph too. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
now, is that her real autograph or is that a facsimile?
No, it's real.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you can, I believe she does TTM. I'm not positive, but I think one of y'all TTM guys.
I've tried. I haven't heard back yet.
But
she
I know she signs well in person.
Well, we'll have to send her this video then. That way she knows that there's people out there with TTMs for her.
Right. I know there are a lot of people that will sign in person because they like talking to people. Weirdly, Al Pacino. Like
really?
Not sign through the mail, but if you run into him, he will sign anything and talk your ear off, but he will not sign through the mail just because he likes talking to people.
Wow.
That's awesome. I like that.
That's nice that he's personal that way.
I'd much rather hang out and talk to him even than have their autograph.
Me too.
I think Ron Perlman's the same way, weirdly.
It's Sport Kings. It was Sport Kings Volume 3, I believe, that she was in.
It's such a weird card that they left such a big space at the bottom.
So.
Yeah.
Like, why'd they leave so much space at the bottom of that card? That's so weird. Why didn't they spread out the image?
Oh, Volume 4.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card, though.
It is. I like how they laid it out. It's neat, but
yeah, there is a lot of space, and it's got those little. And I saw one, not Carrie Strug, but another athlete that they had a card, and they signed it up here across the picture, and all that left.
After you got all that space down there, that's almost what it's for.
Right? You wonder what some of these people are like. Why would you do that?
I'm wondering if they gave that much space just in case the person had like a really big signature.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, could be. If they had a big flowing signature like some of the celebrities.
Well, that some of those athletes have some long names. They need some space.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
16 consonants and a few vowels thrown in.
Monkey Paka Power.
And I pulled I got one from an Olympic pole vaulter, and she actually drew a little pole vaulter underneath her signature.
That's cool.
That's
I've
neat.
never seen a sports card that does remarks.
There you go, Steve. That's why they were made to be signed.
Right.
That's why that space is there.
It's making sense now.
You got Fable saying hello to you.
Hey, Fable. What's up, man?
Nice. All right. Next card, sir.
Next card is my current favorite player, and well, it's not hard to guess considering I'm a Braves fan who my current favorite player is, even though he didn't play half the damn season this year. But Ronald Acuna Jr., I've always loved the rated rookie Donruss. So even though it's not worth near as much as the tops, I don't care. I wanted the one that I like how it looks.
Right.
So the Optic rated rookie it is.
Now, what makes one brand of cards worth
10.
more than another brand of cards?
Licensing in particular in this case.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Topps has the license for baseball, so as you'll see, there is no Atlanta Braves logo.
It just says Atlanta.
No Braves anywhere.
Oh, okay. I
know all the logos. Which some people can't stand it. Doesn't really bother me much.
Because you know where he's from.
I don't think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's still his rookie card.
Right.
Whether it says Braves or not.
And it's Gem Mint 10.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
there you
amazing.
go.
So yeah, that's one of my favorites of all my cards. We're getting into the top 3, so that's
Now we're getting to the big hitters.
Those
Right.
mini
the
slabs are
big
neat.
hitters. Yeah. So number 2, I actually got. It was hard to pick one because I've got more than one rookie card of my all-time favorite ball player. So I went with my favorite set, the '87 Donruss.
That's cool.
And the Bo Jackson rated rookie.
I like the way that one displays it with the matte black background.
That is completely why I went with SGC instead of PSA.
Like
I
that
wanted
is gorgeous,
the
like that.
black card in the black
Tuxedo slabs are beautiful.
tuxedo. Yep.
So that's the way their slabs come. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
See,
gorgeous that way. That
PSA
looks so
it would be
prestigious.
clear, but with
Oh,
that
yeah.
black mat around it, that's
And you got John and Callie saying Bo knows.
oh yeah.
That's giving me flashbacks. Holy cow.
Oh, all the cards.
And that is,
In fact, I probably got a ton of them.
and let me say this for 87 Donruss, I am shocked it's in a 9. That stuff did not last.
The black borders.
Oh,
I walked into the shop one day, and there was a guy standing there with his '87 Donruss and a black Sharpie. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh my God. We're gonna fix up these edges right now.
Yeah, right. Man, come on. You know all our customers have jewelers loops. They're not going to fall for that shit.
Yeah.
And it shows
He was
up. Like
doing it for
Sharpie
his own
shows up.
entertainment. But just for the Canadian people up north over the wall, I got the Leaf version too.
That's
Wow.
cool.
But only an 8.5 for some reason. Not sure what was maybe
Gray
that
was
little
fighting
bit
with
of
his
white
wife.
at the top.
Yeah.
Fable, does Bo do interviews? I feel like he disappeared. He's probably just enjoying retirement.
Yeah. Bo knows it's time to step
There it
back.
is. It's in,
Right, exactly.
Here's your French that's not on the US card.
Vive la France.
Bonjour.
Yep.
And another one I got. This is actually worth a little more, but I just like the Donruss better. This is the glossy Bo Jackson 87 from the limited edition 10.
Oh, a lot of space in the back of that card.
Yeah, right. He didn't exactly
Not many stats.
not many stats in his rookie year. They could have filled it in with a cartoon or something.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could have did something for that.
That is just for 3.
You know, like the Royals logo or something.
Yeah. They didn't go out of their way to do anything that would cost them extra money back then. That's for
Nope.
sure.
Nope. Especially for a rookie.
Yeah.
Could have been a nobody, and who cares?
Right. And I still say, and I apologize to the world for taking Bo Jackson away, but I had so many of his cards, it was inevitable that something would happen. Don't let me get too many cards. Ronald Acuna's doomed, I'm telling you. He'll get injured and out for life.
You're not a jinx.
It just
You had the 1990 score Bo with the football pads and baseball bat. Iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I have. I got
he's
about
still-
7 or 8 of them.
He's still relatively young. I just looked up. He's only 61 years old.
Yeah. And still getting paid by somebody.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Well, in fact, I got the book right here. Oh, no, that's a Kenya. It's down here.
Is it? Get it.
And I'm sure with his artificial hip, his mobility isn't what it used to be. He's probably just taking it easy.
Oh, he's got a bionic hip now? Sweet.
I think he had hip replacement
Yeah.
after he got hurt.
After his
Yeah,
injury.
because I think he broke it in football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the Bo book. I'll have to back my camera off a bit.
Holy crap. That's a big bowl book.
Wow.
So that's the picture that Callie was talking about.
No, I'll get to that
No.
one's. Well, I can't open it there. I have to.
Got to flip.
The bow book is too massive for your camera.
Oh, there it is. There's his football rookie from Topps. That's my problem. My table's not big enough. She's talking about this one here.
Yep,
With the
that
shoulder pads and the bat.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I know that. Okay, everybody knows that
They
picture.
made a
photo.
Nike made a poster of it. But yeah, this is just nothing but Bo Jackson in this binder. I got
Wow.
You
multiple
have all of them.
multiples of all of them. See what I mean? I had a whole bunch of Bo Jacksons.
Us
like,
comic collectors
what
don't know
happened to
anything
him?
about getting multiple copies of stuff.
Oh yeah, Turok 1, man. How many copies?
Yeah,
I got one.
That's one I don't have in my collection.
Really?
I like these
Turok 1.
These ground force with the lightning bolt behind them.
Yeah, that's the Batman one.
You got Christina giving you some props on your collection.
Well, thank you. I got the post. I've got this is probably not even half of all the ones made of them. I've got a complete list off the internet, whatever it is, the card database.
Yep.
But I'm a long way from that.
Wow.
Good old trading card database.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's got to have goals.
Right.
The
Hey, there are people that strive to be number one in the ultimate super collectors.
Well,
oh
yeah.
yeah. No, I'm not trying to do that. That's for sure. Except when it comes to this guy, Bob
Like
Horner.
what you love.
I'm a big Bob Horner fan because when I was a kid, he was my favorite. Him and Dale Murphy. Yeah. And I actually have every card listed of Bob Horner,
Oh wow.
except the Japanese ones. I haven't been able to get a good enough deal on the Japanese Bob Horners. And if you look in my video list, I did a video a few months ago of Bob Horner and showed every card and told his life story, how he got screwed by the owners because of the the collusion suit. That's why he went to Japan, because they wouldn't offer him the money he deserved.
That's right, Callie. Goals and priorities don't necessarily need to align.
And this is a Kenya. Goes from, oh gosh, sorry. That. I
Wow.
believe it's about 39 card pages. Nothing but Ronald Kenya. Every one different.
Wow.
Welcome to Kevin 601011.
Well, that's amazing that people have that many different cards of themselves.
I know, and that's the thing. The Bob Horner, I think, is a total of about 120 something cards for his career and since.
I wonder who's got the
been
most
playing
cards.
5 and has 2,000 cards.
Whew.
Unique.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And this is like the rainbow of the 2022 tops. Every one of these is different somehow. Snowflakes for Christmas, the silver snowflake border,
Oh, variant.
Japan variant,
Jeez.
the British variant,
Wow.
the Topps Chrome,
They're worse than
Topps
comic
Chrome
books.
Hollow, and
Topps wrote the book on this.
even
Oh.
more.
Jesus.
Those are all
Wow.
the Chrome Wave, Chrome Mojo, Sepia Chrome,
And they're just sitting back doing this, going,
Pink
yeah,
Chrome.
baby.
100%.
Yeah, that's nuts.
18 different versions of the same card. And I bet there's more that I don't have.
Got to
Yeah,
collect
think
them all.
about it this way: 18 versions, and they can use the same photo. They don't have to do anything.
Right.
Oh, and then they use the printer plates as an insert.
That's brilliant.
Exactly, and then the plate.
Get your one of one printer plate.
You got John saying he can't keep up with all the kinds of cards of the
Jeez.
same
Oh, no.
card.
That's
I think
nuts.
there are rookies in the NFL that already have 500 cards.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
So they're trying to monopolize immediately on them, right? Because now they know it's a big deal.
It's going into college. It's gone ridiculous.
Yeah, now that they can make money with the NIL licenses. And the number one card, Mr. Dale Murphy's rookie card.
Nice.
There you go.
I've had that since I was a kid. One thing I never did was get his autograph. I met him. I never thought to ask for his autograph, though. It was the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, I was a kid.
At least you got to talk to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You'll always remember that.
Him and Bob Horner and Glenn Hubbard. Which I did finally get Glenn Hubbard's autograph. I got Bob Horner's, as you saw, out of a pack. But I met Glenn Hubbard. He was at my local card show about 3 months ago.
Now, are you a Relics fan with the way they do Relic cards nowadays?
I'm not big on Relic cards because most of them are, player worn. They put a shirt on for a second, took it off, cut it up, and tell you something special.
Just a gimmick.
Now, if it's a game worn, and some of them are, then okay, that's cool. But
you got Kelly asking you where the fuck stick card is.
I don't have it. I've got the blackout one.
Well, you've got the black bar.
Yeah,
Billy Ripken.
Yeah, I used to have a couple of different. I had a scribble at one time, and the cutout where they cut a little slit in it to cut the bottom of the pad off.
I think I have the blacked out version of it.
Somebody showed that card on this channel. I can't remember who it was right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they are. Okay, so they put a little piece of memorabilia embedded into the card. All right.
Right.
Trying to figure out.
I do have a kind of neat one. A Richard Petty. It's got a piece of his tire of his car. Or not Richard Petty.
That'd be okay.
Jeff Gordon. That's who it was. I wish it was
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, jeez. I was gonna say.
I hear that, John. There's comics like that where I don't need them for my collection, but when I get them, I know I can trade them for something I want in my collection.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like some variants and stuff. I'm like, all right, this isn't going to have value in 5 years, but I'm going to get that Bronze Age key I like, and that'll have value.
Right, but you're going to cash in. You're going to cash in on it when it does have value.
That's like some of the. I usually buy like 2 if it's a big spec book. Like last week, I got 2 copies of the DC All In, the Absolute Special.
Oh, okay.
So I figured that's the first appearance of all those Absolute versions of the superheroes, right?
Right.
All in one book.
Yeah. If it Absolute is as good as they act like it is, which I won't know because I'm not planning on buying it.
Well, I guess Absolute's doing pretty well because here in Rochester, DC is kind of like a dead brand. Like at the comic shops here, it's Marvel and Indies that sell the most.
Yep. DC's gone up.
And now DC's actually kicked up with Absolute Power over here. Now DC's selling well again.
Yeah, I've heard that the Absolute Power has picked up their sales. I can definitely see it in the people I know who buy comics.
I'm collecting Power Girl and Wonder Woman and loving those.
Yeah. Tom King, man, he's awesome.
And there's a new Kelly Thompson Wonder Woman coming out.
Oh, right on.
And Kelly Thompson's one of my favorite writers in comics.
Yeah,
she's actually
she'll do an amazing job.
Right.
Her Captain Marvel 50-issue run, incredible. Her Black Widow 15-issue run, incredible.
So what's happening is DC hiring away the good talent now? Is it their turn to have the good writers and Marvel to?
No, they're all over. I think they just keep going back and forth because when you're a writer, you want to work with all the iconic characters you can.
Right. I'm enjoying.
There's just been there's some good books out there. You just gotta and some good writers, right?
Yep. Jeff John.
Yeah. Jeff John, for sure.
Get the Ghost Machine stuff. That is just phenomenal. That's the new Silver Age of books right there.
I need to pick up what is it, Rook?
Yep, Rook Exodus, Ghost Machine, Red
Coat.
Coat.
I like Red Coat. I've been reading Red Coat, but I haven't been reading the others.
Yeah, they're all fantastic. Like I'm going all in on
any of them. I can't afford to get into new universes. I can't.
I know that's my problem.
Especially with Conan
Rabbit
back
hole.
right now. Conan has been just incredible by Jim Zub. So
Oh, Zub is
phenomenal.
the man.
I've heard a
That
lot.
guy
of
will
good-
talk your freaking ear off. You want to talk about somebody who loves to talk? Jesus Christ, man! Every time I'm at his booth, I'm there for a good 20 minutes listening to.
You
a
know,
story.
one year I'd love to get over to Canada and just go there
Oh.
with you and Mark and meet him.
Short 7-hour drive, man.
Oh, it would be worth it.
Absolutely.
I just got to get a passport.
Yeah, we'll smuggle you over the water.
Because you never needed one before until like 15 years ago, and now you need one to go to
Oh,
Canada.
I know
though
you
we're-
need everything. It's ridiculous.
even though we're brothers, right?
Yeah, we're a foreign country.
Yeah.
But those are
You get
great
that New York
cards,
enhanced license.
right?
Yeah, the enhanced licenses. I know guys that just drive across the border through the.
Yeah,
That's
that,
what
that only
passport.
gets you into Canada. It doesn't work for anything else.
Yeah.
That's I'll have to get the enhanced license that way.
Yeah.
That way I can go visit Steve and Mark.
Yep. We'll drag them down from the tundra.
Oh,
Ooh,
sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, it's good for all genres. Even kids love this stuff because Jeff Johns kind of and Fabok kind of talk to their kids. Well, Fabok said that he talked to his kids, and the kids love it.
That made me think. What was that? They were going to make a series or a movie. We Three. Remember that book?
No.
Trying to
No.
remember who wrote
I've
that.
heard of it.
It was I think it was just a graphic novel. I've got it up here. They planned on making a series of it, but I think it's one of those things that got killed by the pandemic. So many good projects were just
All right.
when that happened.
I
But
know it was
about
unfortunate. So many things got
three
shelved
animals.
and never brought back up again.
Yeah. It was 3 animals, I guess a dog, a cat, and a rabbit, if I remember right. And they were enhanced weapons of the military. And they escaped from the military because they didn't want to be weapons anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
there
it.
We Three.
Really good story.
Yeah, Steve's going to be looking that up.
Done.
Speaking of animals, here's my cat. She must be hungry. What is all that stuff down there,
So
Kitty?
we're
Kind
going to
of a
go
neat-
on.
Neat
Zach,
cover. It's almost like it's a dog tag with the We Three and the dog tag. It's all cut out negative space kind of.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I like that.
Who wrote it? Oh, I couldn't remember.
Gary Morrison or Grant Morrison
Grant Morrison.
and
That's
Frank Quitley.
Quickly. Yeah. I always liked Grant Morrison. He did the Doom Patrol for Vertigo. That was awesome.
nice. All right, guys, we're going to go around the board here and see what everybody's got coming up. But first, I want to say, Kevin, great cards, man. Great show.
Thanks, Gary.
Beautiful stuff. And the whole reason I love doing this show is I love seeing what people really care about.
Yeah.
You know, you showed stuff that you're personally connected to, and that's what this show is about. I don't
Yeah.
care about the money value of anything in your
That's
collection.
me
I
too.
care about what you love.
Yep.
No man, those cards.
I'd
are
rather have
beautiful.
a unslabbed cool book that I love than something wrapped up I can't read.
Yep.
So, Zach, we'll start with you, seeing you're the guest host. What is coming up for you this week, sir?
Normal Jank Pack Thursday coming up every Thursday at 7. I don't eat old gum this week. Ha ha ha, universe. But I did find out, I was looking it up, Halloween is on a Thursday this year.
Yes,
so
it is. 31st.
I'm
yep.
going to have to rig the wheel because there's a pack of Gremlins 2 cards with
Well, just
gum.
call
Yeah,
it
I
the
know.
Halloween edition.
Well, good news. It'll be on Friday next year.
Which I know you can argue that, Gremlins is a Christmas movie, but it's going to be a Halloween thing.
Well,
Yeah.
it's one of those movies that can fall into both categories.
Like
Like
Nightmare
Nightmare
Before
Before
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's
This
like
is
30,
Halloween.
35-year-old gum, so that'll be my treat to everybody.
That'll be your
Right.
new record.
Steve's, he's Zach's going to get his stomach pumped for Halloween.
Well, what was it? I opened up something from the 90s, and it had a stick of gum in a wrapper. The gum was actually
Yeah, they
wrapped.
did that for a short period of time before they quit doing gum. It was actually individually wrapped pieces of gum.
Yep.
And let me
And it
tell
was
Probably
you,
because-
soft. I was like, you could actually chew this without breaking your teeth.
Yeah.
well, it's
See,
35 years.
Those
right
are
there,
awesome.
Spider Woman. That's
So
cool.
they had these old comics. Amoral Bubblegum came in the back.
Yeah.
So They're called bubble funnies. They're great. I have all 6 of them. But
Oh
there's
yeah.
another piece that went here, like just a white piece. I tore it off, but there was a stick of gum in it. So I bought these still sealed with the gum in them because I wanted the comics. And you can just see like the nasty like stick of imprint on the
On the
piece
back
you
of the
tore
card.
off. And that gum, literally, like you touch it, is like.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And the
Oh yeah. I know that all too well.
And the
Yeah,
highly toxic
oh.
ink from the card goes back onto the gum, and then you eat the highly toxic paint.
Because that's the part people forget. Like they're like, "Oh my God, the gum bled onto the card." Well, science
What
says
happened?
equal and opposite. What went back into the gum? Is the question.
Yep.
Yeah,
Something
some
out of
nice,
that card.
A little bit of lead,
That
that's
means
fine.
but that means
Mark,
essentially that I am immune to the plague of all things.
Hope you got all your stuff back online, Legend.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Mark.
send me your address on IG, Mark, because I have a package from me and a package from Dan Can to send to you from the C3 winnings. And Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, tomorrow's the best day of the week. It's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day, so I'll be doing the Voices Choices. Friday, Joe's going to be putting out this horror book for Halloween, but I wasn't able to join in, so I'm going to post my video right after he puts his. And then I'm actually going to be on Rob Fatstack's Only Slabs on the 26th before my birthday.
Nice.
And my 1-year anniversary on YouTube.
Ooh.
So that'll be cool.
Nice.
All right.
Big celebration.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
coming up for me, the Thursday show is actually moved to Friday this week, and we're going to have Comics with Bueller in the hot seat. So it'll be me and Jim and Bueller. We'll just be talking and hanging out, doing an interview with him. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And let me see for next week. Oh, I can't wait till my schedule to get back to normal. Next week, Milt is supposed to be here on the 15th. We may have to change that, so we'll see. And then we have Bub's Comics next Thursday with Good Girl covers.
Oh, nice.
That'll be fun. Bub's got some of the best Good Girl covers out there. Bub is great for any of you that have never watched Bub.
Oh, yeah.
Great dude.
Love that guy.
All right, and for you, Kevin, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, I will be leaving this and flipping right over to my role as one of Paul and the 619's Amazing Friends, which starts here in about 5 minutes. So I will be directly on that tonight, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be hanging out with Trev, the shipping guru, talking about comics tomorrow afternoon. Nice. And Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, I've got my own little thing. Just collectors in general, any type of collecting, and there's no telling what type we'll be talking about this week because I haven't decided yet.
That's the best part.
And of course, you'll have to come back on here at some point.
Absolutely, I'd love to do the comics with you sometime.
Oh yeah, because you got some killer comics, man.
I've got some I love. And
thank you, John.
Will too.
And John, anyone from any of the card communities, if you guys are interested in coming on the 1011 and having your own 1011 with cards, just reach out to me on IG. I'm usually scheduled a few months out, so it might be 3 months before I get you on, but I'll get you on. I'll give you a show. But thank you. Kevin, Brad is giving you some kudos for your stuff.
Appreciate it, Brad.
Thank you, Stu.
Yeah, man.
Stu.
Well, guys, as always, I want to thank first my co-hosts. Thank you guys for coming in and putting up with me and helping me host the show. It's always great to have more personalities than mine on here.
Absolutely.
It was a blast.
And of course, thank you to our guest, Kevin. It was great to meet you, Kevin, and have you on the channel.
Man, it was great being here.
And I appreciate the support you've been showing the show. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And anytime you got room on the hot seat, I'm available.
Oh yeah, we'll hot seat you, and I'll try to get Zach back for that too.
Let's go.
Right, and of course, I want to thank the crowd we had here tonight. So we had some great members of the card community show up to support Kevin. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
we appreciate you coming over to the comic world and spending a little bit of time with us. you guys in the chat always make it worthwhile. And a huge shout out, as always, to Miss Tina Carenson, who is always a great moderator and a great supporter. She was posting a bunch of links during this live stream. So thank you for everything you do for us, Tina. We appreciate you. And of course, you guys know how I like to end this thing. We're going to say, keep it casual.